Give to them, they give to you. We've kind of put it together for our project, so
They're just. Does everyone know where the green is? Yeah, sure, you can see that. Well, you know, I think where they are.
I think that's
Cool. Is it not? This is not cool, is it?
We're happy.
That's true. Okay. All right. So I guess first of all, tell us a little bit about where we are today and what's going on.
We are in a skate park in Goulburn Road. I'm not working today, so I haven't got a clue what is going on. There's some young people doing their thing. The skateboards looking really cool. Yeah, I don't know. They're making a film, Junk Arts. Is that what we're talking about?
I think that's what we're here. I think so. Tell me about your involvement in the film.
I play a Northern Irish boy called Danny, who is boyfriend to a homeless girl who moves in with Eddie Marsan, and he turns up and begins to live with these three people, this young girl and this older guy, and it's about kind of how the three of them get along.
Is he a bit of a badass? He looks like
he's not the nicest guy in the world, no.
And is that quite nice to change? So I guess things I've seen you before, you've always played something quite nice.
I don't know, the last thing I did, I was a homicidal boy from Stockport who shot 4 kids. So I don't know, I feel like this seems to be my calling.
Do you enjoy playing those kind of slightly more scarier roles, grittier roles?
I just enjoy doing things that are good, and I think this is good. And I think there are good people in it, and I feel kind of, proud to be a part of this and this group of people.
Is it also quite nice to do something British? Do you enjoy doing like a British film with?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I literally used to live like 2 weeks ago there behind that tree, and there's something very satisfying about making a film in an area where you grew up and you live.
And what's the kind of reality? Because obviously everyone just thinks, film sets, they're so glamorous and amazing, it's such a glamorous place to be. What's the kind of reality of making a film in the UK?
I think it's similar to most jobs in the sense that when it's good, it's extraordinary and makes you feel, better than anything. And it can be incredibly monotonous and dull in the same way that sitting in an office or driving a van can be. But trust me, it has its moments.
Is it more kind of freeing to be in a more like low budget kind of film? Does that make it? Is it an easier experience as an actor, or is it?
Well, it's a kind of weird combination. What's exciting about it is that everybody is much more focused simply because you only have a certain amount of time to finish this stuff, and so you really feel people are unified trying to make a good thing. But the speed is scary as well as kind of adrenaline inducing. It's fucking scary having to knowing that you've only got one take to create something decent.
So what's the what time scale are we talking about for this kind of film? From like getting the script through to completion?
From me getting a script or them getting a script?
No, I guess from you. What's your experience in this film?
I first read the script and towards the end of last year. Then I had a meeting with a producer, and then who basically the director, the producer, and the writer had come to see me in a play. And after that, they gave me the script, and then I did a kind of workshop with the director. And then a series of screen tests with girls to play the female lead part. So it's been quite a long process. And then we started shooting 2 weeks ago.
And how long will the shoot take?
I think it's a 4-week shoot, but with 6-day weeks. So it's not long at all.
And when did you first meet Candice? And how was it like an instant? Did you get on instantly into your relationship?
Yeah, when we first met at the screen test. and then and then at rehearsals, and yeah, I mean she's really really extraordinary actress. It's fun doing stuff with her.
And what's kind of, is there any particular part of the shoot that you're apprehensive about, or that you think is going to be the biggest challenge? Is there certain things coming up?
I mean, it's a very improvisational piece. Like we're really making a lot of stuff up on the spot, and because my character's from Northern Ireland, and very obviously I'm not. I think the biggest challenge for me has been kind of trying to master the accents to an extent where I feel that I can, instinctively say what I want, as opposed to trying to kind of create shapes with my mouth.
And do you, how do you kind of switch in between? Do you take your roles home with you and like for the whole duration of the shoot? Is it quite are you like constantly thinking about it when you're off, or do you have to switch off in between? And
I take it seriously. I mean, I think people do things in different ways. I'm not going to bore the universe in the way I do it, but the most important thing is to take it seriously and to treat people well. Right, that'll be all right.
And what will we see you in next? Is this going to be the next one we see you in, or have you got things coming out before?
The next thing is something called Waiting for Forever. It's an American film with an actor called Richard Jenkins and Rachel Bilson, about a stalker. Not a malevolent one, about a boy, a kind of a troubled, sort of autistic boy who follows around this girl.
So you still want to like stay busy? Do you like to work continuously?
I'm very comfortable not working, only because that seems to be the way in which the world has decided that I should live. I like. This is the one time in my life when I have no financial responsibilities. I don't have children. I don't have a mortgage, and so I can wait for what I think I can do well.
Well, thank you very much. It's nice to talk to you.
You too. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. In general, at this So have you been involved in scenes here today?
I haven't. We've just arrived at this location. We were shooting in another location not far away this morning, which was my stuff. I've actually wrapped for the day. Yeah.
Okay, so tell me a bit about your involvement in the film and what your part.
I play a character called Christine. There are two parallel storylines in the film. One of them involves Eddie Marsan and Tom Sturridge and Candice Reed, and then the other one involves me, basically on my own. And these two storylines don't apparently overlap until the end of the film, but the character I play is a successful woman in her late 20s. She works for an advertising agency. She has a young baby that she's trying to bring up on her own. She's also a coke addict, so her life has just started to really unravel. She lives in West London, and she's trying to keep a lot of balls in the air at the same time and sort of struggling to do that.
And what was it? When did you first get the script? What was it about it that you thought, yeah, I really want to take on this role?
I think she's an interesting character. I think it's always nice to see films that don't have too much an obvious moral dimension to them. I think she was treated with just a certain amount of respect, and that she was allowed to be a successful woman who's, she wasn't being punished for that. It's good that she's good at her job and she is a good parent, but she is also an addict, and that wasn't seen as something that was a sort of flaw. It was just an unfortunate circumstance and something that she needed help with. And I just really liked the way that she was portrayed with sort of moral neutrality, and I think she's also just a nice and fun character to play. It's also nice for me not to be in a bonnet for once, which doesn't happen as often as I would like.
And is it important to you to support the British film industry and make a British film, or do you just go for if it's a good role, it's a good role?
No, I feel very strongly about the British film industry. I think the film industry brings in huge amounts into this country in terms of its culture and makes England a world player on the cultural stage and brings tourism to the country. And I think we are experiencing massive cuts at the moment. Obviously, maybe culture isn't the most important thing in a country, but it has a role to play, and so films like this, which are being made on very, very small budgets, we will see more of that. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I just wish that it wasn't all that we were seeing, because I think you need, a big range of films being made.
And obviously, as someone who's worked on big budget as well, what's the kind of difference? What's the reality of working on like a small budget film?
Well, there's no catering, so getting lunch is always a bit of a scramble. I mean, there's a lot less you'll see here in terms of electrical equipment and trucks and lighting. We only have one camera. That camera is HD, it's not film. I mean, there are lots of kind of technical distinctions that maybe people wouldn't necessarily recognise as being a big difference, but it's just not a big circus. It's a lot smaller people. You move around a lot more. You have to shoot a lot more in a day. You work longer hours. You know, you're all in tiny little cars together, desperately trying to get from one location to another. It's fun, it's great, and it's, you know, it's an important part of the industry to have that as well. Yeah, it's been a great shoot.
Is there like more pressure to get the take first time? Do you feel more responsible? Of
Time is always the enemy on a film like this, because you're desperately trying to shoot the script, but you can't spend an hour on a scene. You really have to get it done, and everybody's really got to be on top of their game, and people do tend to kind of, it's quite frenetic, yeah.
And also on the plus side, does it mean you get closer to your kind of classmates and it's more of a group effort?
I mean, you do things like this because of passion. You know, you don't do them for the money, you don't do them for the prestige. You know, obviously it's because it's a great creative experience and you believe in your job and you enjoy your job, and that's why you do it. And I think that there is something about that without sounding too smug, it does tend to bind people. So yeah, you do.
And what sort of, so I think you've just started filming, haven't you? It's only been
a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so what are you kind of like most looking forward to in the shoot? Is there any particular challenges you've got coming up for your character?
Well, I don't work with any of the other actors in this film apart from Eddie, and I have a fantastic scene with Eddie Marsan tomorrow, which is the sort of climax of my story and I guess his story, and I'm quite looking forward to just working with another actor, to be honest, because it can be a bit lonely when it's just you in a scene. So I'm very much looking forward to working with him as well, because he's an amazing talent.
And I guess that must have its own challenges actually, working on your own. And if you found it was different to how you expected it to be, having that sort of quite.
Yeah, I mean it's much harder to get a sense of the scene because you're the only person in it. So if there's two people in a scene, like any kind of human interaction, you can kind of sense whether it's going well or badly based on the other person's reaction. But because there isn't another person, you just have to go, well, how did I feel about that? And so you have to really trust the director. But we have an amazing director, so that was great.
And is this the next thing we'll see you in, or have you got something coming out in between?
Actually, I'm working on a film which is being shot in the summer, which is called One Day, based on a book by David Nichols, which is being directed by the woman who directed An Education, Lone Sherfick. It has Anne Hathaway who's playing the lead. So that's a big movie being shot here in the summer, so I'm doing that, and hopefully that will be out before too long, so yeah.
So you're busy?
Yeah.
Keep them busy. Good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. It's
Thank
lovely
you.
to speak to you.
Cheers,
Thank
nice
you.
to speak to you too.
Thanks.
Cheers, bye.
I haven't seen the film yet.
It might be that donkey. There's one right there. No. I'm just in tune with the bubble.
People got hit by it.
Oh shit.
Woo! That is high. That is fucking high. Aren't you putting the hand on that big t-shirt? One on it. Yeah? Big silver.
Excellent.
Huge sparks, you look over there. Ma li muovono un broevi.
You want to put your stuff? Is that your stuff over there?
No, it's not.
Ometa nasta. Ometa nasta.
Oh, great, yeah, that looks right, doesn't
Okay, so the actors in pink bottom.
I can't land it either.
stung myself.
Is it what?
Stung myself with stinging nettles. Perfect. Okay, so I guess first of all, explain a little bit about where we are today and what the setting is.
We're at the skateboard park today, and we have a scene between Candice's character, which is Lynette, and my character Frank, where they have a kind of heart-to-heart in the skateboard park.
Of course, but the perfect location for a hot dog. And tell me a bit about your characters and the sort of their development through the film. What happens with them?
Well, my character Lynette, she's a homeless girl. Her boyfriend's Daniel, which is a drug dealer. Basically, my hunt is to find a target and try and get into the house and turn it into a drugs den, and basically that. And I find Frank, but as the story goes through, I start to like Frank and start to look at him as a father, and it's like a whole tie between my world with Daniel and my world with Frank.
And tell me a bit about Frank.
Frank's an ex-soldier who suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, and he's an alcoholic. He's very vulnerable. He has an estranged daughter, so when he meets Lynette, he kind of falls to her in a fatherly way and wants to adopt her. And the whole film develops like that.
This is your first feature.
Yeah.
How's the experience been so far? Has it been how you expect it to be?
Yeah, really fun. The cast and the crew are all amazing, so I'm really enjoying it. Yeah.
And has Eddie helped you out? Has he been giving you some tips?
It's amazing. Yeah, a lot of tips. It helps a lot, especially with the emotional scenes, my crying scenes and stuff like that. It helps to put it out.
And you've done quite a lot of British films in the past. Is it something are you particularly passionate about doing British films, or do you just look for good roles?
Mainly, it has to be good work. I want to work with talented people. And Tinge, the director, is very talented. She was the main reason I did the film. But also, yeah, I do want to. It's my voice, really. It's my. You can only any art form is you're giving your testimony, and I can't give my testimony about Los Angeles or New York or Bolivia. I can only give my testimony about London, really. That's where I come from. So I will make other films on an international stage, but I like to come back here.
And what's the kind of reality of working on a low budget British film for people who think it's all glamour and glamour and fun?
It's very hard work. It's very flexible. It's very creative. There's a great team spirit, very collaborative. But you go home every night and you're exhausted.
Yeah.
And you obviously don't have anything to compare it to as yet.
No, but yeah, it's just a great opportunity, like I say. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
And is there anything coming up, because you were quite early on in the shoots at the moment, is there anything coming up that you're particularly looking forward to that's going to be particularly challenging?
Every day is challenging. Every day there's massive scenes, emotional scenes. It's a bit like guerrilla filmmaking. But the film is about people living on the edge, and so when you're making it, we're kind of on the edge. So it suits it.
And is this the next thing we're going to see you in? Are you in anything? Is this the next thing coming out?
No, I mean the next thing I have coming out. I have a thing with Dominic Savage called Dive, which is going to be on television in the summer, I believe. A film called London Boulevard with Colin Farrell and Keira Knightley, which will be in the autumn. And I did Moby Dick before Christmas. There's a couple of things.
Just a couple. Keep yourself busy there. And have you now got the bug to do more features? So you...
Yeah, if I ever get the chance, definitely.
Good. All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to speak to you. I don't want to get you too wet.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank
thank
you.
you.
Cheers.
Did you get back in then?
Thanks, Dominic. Hey, thanks, Dominic. Thanks for the bike. Cheers, mate. Thanks for the bike.
Just edging, we're just edging like the lucky green t-shirt, just on the edge of the frame, so just a little bit further down.
Yeah, he'll do his own business but so that we're not going back on the grass with the kind of stone walls around the bowl thing. Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that.
Sweet. We'll have a rehearsal of this.
Am I smoking already on this as well?
Anyone else? That's nice, we've got some of them
Let's do a rehearsal so we can
Just 4 blocks again. In terms of smoking activity, she already been smoking the pack.
We've covered this in depth, right?
Yeah.
So Joe. Okay, good rehearsal. Nice and right, please. And
one set, I need that.
can you rehearse without smoking?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, rehearsal. And
Yeah.
okay, rehearsing. And action. That's what we've had. Yeah.
For her to be able to touch me, I've got to sit.
Yeah, okay, as soon as we're set, we're going to go for take.
Jack, there's some nice shots underneath that bridge. See, I told you, look.
Wouldn't you like me?
Take it up.
Rob, how you doing?
30 seconds away.
Yeah, okay.
Things out, keep slightly above them.
Right there.
Yeah, like that.
Like that end.
Everything, all that shifted, please. I need the pennies back over here, Lee.
Yeah. Check the start position. Yeah, just 1 second, Rob. There. Okay. Rotate. Let's make it okay. Nice quiet everywhere, please.
Okay, ready?
Camera speed!
Oh, it's